strap yourself in because we're in for an absolute wild Rumour Monday, and I'm talking about wild. We're going to be talking about some scouring / Horus Heresy rumors. I want to briefly touch on some of the Amazon stuff that we talked about last week, but I got sent even more information about other things, which again is absolutely wild. Plus more stuff for Warhammer 40,000. Dark Eldar may be on the card today. Games Workshop have officially put out like a tease out themselves. There's so much bloody to waffle about. So let's jump in and let's get to those waffles. Also, please remember that all rumors are rumors. They're all lies. I keep saying this. I have to say it every single time we do a video. Everything that I'm about to talk about is not a fact. It's a rumor. We'll only know if it's an actual factual when Games Workshop eventually announce it on their social media platforms. But please take rumors for what they are. Rumors, hearsay, lies, not actual facts. Now let's start with Space Marine rumors. Of course, we always start with Space Marine rumors. And this is all around the Horus Heresy and potentially another game, more models, more stuff that may be happening in that genre. And what I've been whispered by someone who's quite new to the whispers, I've actually got this sent on me in Discord like a couple of days ago, and I was like, okay, this does sound interesting. I want to cover it. I want this to be true because apparently they're saying that Games Workshop are planning to do some type of scouring game where we're going to get brand new, more updated Space Marine models. What do I mean by more updated Space Marine models? Well, Firstborn Mark 7, armor like that, getting a brand new facelift, as we say. If you look at what they've done with the Mark II, the Mark III, soon to be like the Mark V, the Mark IV in plastic, Mark VI, which they launched 2.0 with, like a better scale of that type of Astartes armor. And again, this is going into the scouring era. I'm hearing a lot of things attached to this, like this rumor source is saying that apparently there's going to be Xenos factions added into the scouring, so it's not just Marines that we just like have in the Horus Heresy. There's going to be like different versions of models. When I say different versions of models, apparently, like, let's look at Sigismund. Sigismund becomes the first Marshal of the Black Templars, right? And he would then get a brand new model representing that on the tabletop. Primarchs would be getting new models because, of course, they change during the scouring as well. To be fair, I've heard rumors that during the Horus Heresy, we're going to get different variations of Primarch models. We've already seen it with, like, the heretical ones with their ascended demonic Primarch models, but I'm hearing, like, maybe Rogel Dawn is going to get, like, a seed version of that model. So it sounds interesting, it sounds fun, it sounds exciting. I would love them to go into the scouring. We know that they're going into the scouring with the book series, which hopefully is going to become a big hit. It's going to be filled with amazing battles, amazing stories and stuff like that. Fingers crossed. That is going to be launching in October, if I'm not mistaken. October, November. Definitely this year that's going to be launching, and I'm really looking forward to see what we do with that. So maybe that is on the cards and we are going to get some type of scouring-esque game. I don't know. I'm excited to see what comes of this in the future. And just to focus on the Amazon stuff for a brief second, because when I put my video out last week, it was all about Brad Pitt being connected to the Amazon show. Apparently, Henry approached Brad Pitt. We don't know in what type of context. And people saying, like, what role could he play in the 40K, or should I say the Warhammer IP? I approached it more with, well, maybe it's Brad Pitt's production company and stuff. I think he runs A24. Am I mistaken saying that? But we don't know. But I believe that rumor. I really do think that rumor is true. And one of the things that I got off the back of that video is that someone then, again, sent me another message saying they knew someone who knew someone who knew someone who used to be a part of it and stuff like that, as whispers normally happen, right? It's always someone who knew someone who knew someone. My dad works at Nintendo kind of setup. And apparently what the plan was is that they were going to do a prequel to Eisenhorn. So it was Eisenhorn being taken by the Black Ships, then Eisenhorn being taken by the Inquisition, then following his career leading up all the way to the first Eisenhorn book, Xenos, that we all know, that we all love, that we all enjoy, and that would be one of the first shows. Apparently, that got scrapped, and that is not happening anymore because Henry, this whisper said, wants to focus more on the scouring. He wants a show around that era, which that is jumping in the deep end, I personally think. I don't know how they would do that if, of course, this rumor is true, because we're going really deep down the rumor hole on this one. As a Space Marine player, I would love it. I'm not sure that would be lost on the general audience, the general crowd. Maybe they could do like a little Lord of the Rings summary, like, you know, 3 rings for the Elven Kings, like Horus betrayed his father kind of thing, to shoehorn in like the basic setting. But I'm not too sure. One thing that I lean on that gives me confidence that this rumor may be true is that when Henry announced all this stuff, he used that Aquila over on his Instagram. And it's basically like a Horus Heresy scouring Aquila, like the Imperial Dream is dead, onto the scouring kind of thing. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm looking too much into this. Maybe I need my foil. But I'm excited. Dude, we should be getting a big announcement this year on the Amazon stuff. I think it's going to be the announcement of what they are making. Maybe the title card, the logo, that type of stuff. Probably not too much information on like extras or like actors being attached to it, but just to state, hey, we're doing this and it's moving forward now into pre-production. And jumping back onto the 40k bandwagon, let's talk about what Games Workshop announced the other day, because potentially this could be one of 2 videos today, depending on how big the announcement is. They said something is coming to be revealed for Warhammer 40,000. The hint put it towards the Dark Eldar, which makes sense because we've yet to have the Dark Eldar Codex. There's rumors of like zombie models being spouted out, the multi-part Archon, which, you know, I heard through my whispers, Lady Malice, of course, that got leaked by Games Workshop. From what I've heard, Dark Eldar are getting a refresh, but it's not going to be this edition. Someone did come into my stream last night and said, Valrak, I've heard a rumor that it's going to be spread over this edition and next edition. So just like the Eldar, they got like 2 phases. Like they got like the Avatar of Cain, and they got the Phoenix Lords in phase 2. Maybe that's what's going to happen with the Dark Eldar. Please let that be the case, because I would love Dark Eldar to get some love. Yes, I don't play Dark Eldar, but I want more cool, awesome looking models for you guys to collect, to paint, to play against me on the tabletop, because that's what it's about at the end of the day, right? Is to have cool armies looking awesome and rolling some dice and having some fun with your friends. So hopefully Games Workshop pulls something out the bag today and we get something looking absolutely bloody amazing. On to Kill Team, because there's been some absolute waffling about Kill Team. There's another forum out there, I think it's called TGA, please correct me if I'm wrong. It's based on AOS, and there's people like who do rumors like me, but for AOS stuff, and one of these people was absolutely bang on about the launch box set for AOS, and they came out and said one of the Kill Teams that they've heard about is going to be Eldar versus either Chaos or Orcs. That's what they said. They actually edited and deleted their post. I'm not going to put their name out there because, you know, I don't want to do that. But that's what they said. A lot of people trust this rumor person. I want to trust them. So yes, Orcs versus Eldar versus Chaos, whatever it could be. Don't forget, one of the big rumors that I've been waffling about on this channel is that Exodites are supposed to be coming in a Kill Team. If I'm not mistaken, Exodites could be coming as a whole faction in 11th edition. I'm hearing a couple of rumors about new armies, new armies being introduced in 11th edition. One of those rumors was Exodites, the other one was Dark Mech. I don't know how true they are, but both of those armies do get me excited, because Exodites is dinosaurs in space. What's not to love about that? And Dark Mech is Dark Mechanicum, just spider tentacles, like warp-infused monsters. What's not to love about that type of stuff? So hopefully that pays off. Of course, people keep asking me about the Kill Team that I always keep waffling on about, and that is the Khorne one. I'm still convinced, right? I will die on this hill, right? Grey Knights versus Khorne Kill Team. Yes, there's hardly no evidence out there for it, but do you know what? I've died for lesser things in my life, and this is one of the things that I am just adamant has to happen. At this point, I'm willing it into life. I'm like an orc at this point, right? Orc rack. Please make the Grey Knights versus Khorne Kill Team. When I say Khorne Kill Team, I'm on about demons, maybe some World Eater stuff. We've got some hints, some rumor images out there, right? We could be getting something very, very corner coming out for Kill Team. So I'm excited. I really am excited. The next big reveal show should be start of October for the LVO. Don't forget, we have Warhammer Day in October, so we could be getting some big reveals going forward towards the end of this year. People keep hounding me about Christmas box sets as well. Again, as far as I'm aware, there's a Space Marine one, there's a Tau one, that is themed with Farsight. There's a Tyrannid one that is all big monsters, and there's like a generic Chaos one that has like the spider stuff in there and everything like that, right? Rhinos, Legionnaires, Havocs, yeah, all that stuff. I don't know about the fifth one. They normally do 5 boxes. I think, again, this is pure speculation, it could be Emperor's Children. But again, pure speculation from me on that waffling. And that's me done. Sorry, I've literally chewed your ear off for the past, I think we're going up to like 11 minutes if I haven't unedited this. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, questions, anything like that, down below. Again, I should be back for another video very, very soon, depending on what this big reveal is. I think it's going to be Dark Eldar. It wouldn't surprise me if it was something maybe Chaoser, but I'm excited to see what they put out, what they announce, what they go through. We could be getting something absolutely massive today for Warhammer 40,000. See you in a bit. Have a great day, evening, night, where you're around the world, and bye-bye.